Welcome to SandShark Anchors, where today we will walk you through the 4 most popular anchors for your PWC or even small boat. On today's video, we'll walk you through the benefits, features, safety features, and more importantly, how you can properly set your anchor so you can set it and forget it. The 4 anchors that we're gonna walk you through today are the mini Fluke anchor that's holding down the back of the ski, the sport anchor that's holding down the front of the ski, the SuperSport 3.0 anchor, and the stainless steel PWC auger anchor. The first anchor we're going to walk you guys through is the mini Fluke anchor.
The SandShark mini Fluke anchor is compact, lightweight, and built specifically for PWCs and small watercraft. It also includes a 25-foot bungee line and storage case, making transport and setup quick and convenient. Weighing under 3 pounds, this anchor is easy to carry, easy to store, and doesn't take up valuable storage room. Using it couldn't be any easier. When you're ready to anchor up, simply throw it into the water and let the Fluke design do the work. Within seconds, the anchor digs itself into the sand and locks in securely. No complicated setup, no struggling to get it to grab, just toss it out and let it bite. One important tip when using the mini Fluke anchor is maintaining the proper scope ratio. Scope is simply the length of your anchor line compared to the water depth. For the best holding power, aim for a 7-to-1 ratio. That means if you're anchored in 10 feet of water, you'll want about 70 feet of line deployed. Even the best anchor performs better when it has enough rope to stay dug in and secure. I really like the safety aspect of the Fluke design because the anchor digs down beneath the surface. Once it sets, you don't have sharp edges sticking up around the sandbar or beach area where someone could accidentally step on it. This anchor is also a must-have to avoid bumping into other watercrafts. Use your shallow water anchor up front, then deploy the mini Fluke anchor off the rear of your PWC into deeper water. This helps eliminate side-to-side movement caused by wind, waves, and current, helping prevent your ski from drifting into or bumping against other anchored watercraft nearby. Simple, compact, safe, and extremely effective. This is why I take the SandShark mini Fluke anchor everywhere I go.
The next anchor we're going to talk about is the sport anchor.
For years, the sport anchor has been the go-to for PWC riders. The design is simple but incredibly effective. The sport anchor screws directly into the sand like a giant corkscrew, creating a solid hold that keeps your ski in place. At only 4 pounds, it's lightweight enough to carry with one hand, and it breaks down into 3 compact pieces that fit easily into your storage compartment. But here's the most important thing to understand. Even the best anchor won't perform properly if it's not installed correctly. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is rushing through the setup. The goal isn't to be the first person finished anchoring your ski. The goal is to be the person who doesn't have to come back and do it again. Take the extra few seconds and screw the sport anchor deep into the sand until it has a firm, solid bite. The deeper it's set, the better it's going to hold. The second mistake is attaching the bungee line too high, or worse, through the handlebar loop. When waves or current pull against the ski, that higher attachment point creates upward leverage that can pull the anchor out. Instead, keep your attachment point as low on the anchor as possible. That lower pull angle helps the sport anchor stay buried and maintain its grip even in changing conditions. Set it deep, tie it low. Do those 2 things and the SandShark Sport Anchor will do exactly what it's been doing for years, keeping PWC secure so you can set it and forget it.
The next anchor we'll talk about is one of my favorites, the SuperSport 3.0.
This anchor takes everything riders loved about the original Sport Anchor and makes it even better. Built from marine grade, corrosion resistant aluminum and high strength nylon components, it's engineered to handle both saltwater and freshwater environments. What really sets this anchor apart is how incredibly simple it is to use. Just pull the handlebars up and out until they lock into place. Then select one of 3 adjustable height positions by pressing the lever on the shaft. In just a few seconds, you're ready to anchor. But just like any auger style anchor, proper installation is everything. To get maximum holding power, you want to screw the anchor deep into the sand, typically between 12 and 18 inches. And don't forget one of the most important rules of anchoring. Attach your bungee line as low as possible on your anchor. Keeping that pull angle low helps the anchor stay buried and dramatically increases its holding power. The SuperSport 3.0 gives you added strength and durability where it matters most. It's also made up of just 2 pieces, making cleanup, rinsing, and storage quick and easy. If you're looking for the next evolution of shallow water anchoring, this is it.
The next anchor we'll talk about is the stainless steel PWC Anchor.
Designed for personal watercrafts, this anchor delivers serious staying power in a compact package. Weighing just 5 pounds and featuring a 3-stage telescoping design, it collapses down small enough to fit inside most PWC storage compartments, while still providing the holding strength you need when it comes to securing your ski. This anchor is also really easy to use. Simply press the lever on the shaft to extend the anchor, pull the handlebar through the top, and you're ready to go. In just seconds, you're prepared to anchor down. Like any auger style anchor, proper setup is the key to getting the best performance. Make sure you screw the anchor deep enough into the bottom to create a solid, secure hold. Taking an extra few moments during setup can make all the difference when waves, current, and boat wakes start moving through the area. Always tie your bungee as low as possible on the anchor. This avoids upward force that can reduce the anchor's effectiveness and potentially pull it loose. Keeping that attachment point low helps the anchor stay buried and maximize its holding power. Constructed from marine-grade stainless steel and aluminum, this anchor is built to resist rust and corrosion in both fresh and saltwater environments. Compact, durable, easy to deploy, and incredibly effective, the SandShark PWC stainless steel anchor is the perfect solution for riders who want maximum security without sacrificing valuable storage space. One final tip when using any of the SandShark auger style anchors is proper anchor angle. As you begin to screw your anchor in, lean it slightly away from your watercraft, ideally between a 15 and 30 degree angle. Then make sure your bungee line is attached as low as possible on the anchor. This creates the best pull angle for maximum holding power and helps keep the anchor buried securely in the sand. It also provides extra protection if wind, waves, or current begin to change throughout the day. A properly angled anchor with a low attachment point can make all the difference between an anchor that stays put and one that gets pulled loose when conditions get rough. As the day comes to an end and it's time to pack everything up and head home, there's one final step that's just as important as choosing the right anchor in the first place. If you ride in salt water, you need to make cleaning part of your routine. Salt is one of the biggest contributors to corrosion, buildup, and premature wear on your equipment, and that includes your anchors. That's why I recommend rinsing and cleaning your gear after every saltwater ride. And SandShark has the perfect solution for that as well with their salt remover. A few extra minutes of maintenance today can save you from headaches down the road.
That wraps up the full SandShark experience. from the mini Fluke anchor to the PWC stainless steel anchor to the Sport Anchor, and of course, the SuperSport 3.0. Thank you so much for watching. Now that you know the full benefits, features, and how to properly set up your SandShark anchor, you, like me, will be able to set it and forget it.